Take that. Woohoo!
We are live on Saturday morning.
Live
from Long Beach.
California.
It's Saturday morning live.
And we have a new camera that we're using.
Look at that wide angle lens.
Woo!
Look how clear that is.
Yeah, it gets more of my messy room, which I need to clean.
It's not messy because over here you have these Ms.
It's not messy, okay.
And then you have that, well, right over here.
It is messy. Hold on. Okay, there we go. It is messy right there, but that's okay. What you can't see is very clean. My desk.
Tilt the camera down.
Yeah, right? I don't want to move it, though. I don't want to move it. All right, let's see. So, Richard, ask them a question while I share that we are live.
I am going to ask who is on. Who is on this Saturday morning? I guess East Coasters would be Saturday early afternoon.
Ding, ding, ding.
So welcome. We're going to be talking more about our Disney vacation and all the fun things we did.
Yeah, it should be super fun.
Why isn't that appearing over here?
GM. It is. It's just...
Oh. Hey there, Nick. Good morning to you.
Yeah.
Where are you hailing from? And do you have any fun Disney trip? Thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
Yay.
Stories you can share along with us.
Yeah, we're about to...
Oh, Monterey. You're up north. Oh,
cool.
Ooh, how's the fires? Eee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fires going on out there.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get going in a second. I'm just making sure that I share this around.
You all safe up there? How bad is it? How far north are those fires right now? How come every single... Hey, John. We got to talk about fires. Shouldn't someone have this contained by now? Shouldn't they have this figured out? It's like a problem that keeps on happening and people are so surprised.
I know, you'd think.
Come on.
They'd know.
I'm going to blame this on the government.
Hold on.
Get up on this. Have firemen with hoses ready to go.
Why am I in sun and you aren't? What's up with this?
Because the sun's coming in right from over there.
Okay.
No fires here.
Oh, that's good.
Oh. Yeah, we're in Long Beach, so we're far from the fires.
Yeah. Here you go. Is this better?
Good morning there, John Zancanaro. Hey, we read your comment about the Galaxy's Edge meetups happening at Celebration. And yes, there will be a Galaxy's Edge meetup at Star Wars Celebration 2020.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
We have to do that. I mean, that's our people, that's our place. Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. So lots of meetups that weekend, that week.
Yeah.
Especially in front of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
Nick is asking, did you sign up for Disney Plus?
Yes.
Yes, we did, according to the hats.
That's true. We are founders. Where's our founders pin? We're Founders Circle. We should put that on here too. They're somewhere. I know, right?
They're these little tiny pins we got at D23 Expo.
Yeah,
I think we lost them 3 minutes after we got them.
Wait a minute.
Except for Sarah.
Well.
Okay, they're bigger than I thought they were.
It says Founders Circle.
Which one am I thinking about that was so small? Oh, that's the Love You 3000?
What's it on that side?
That's this side, yeah.
Oh, okay. It is pretty small. But holy crap, I'm going to put this pin on my hat
Hashtag?
Too. What?
Sarah swears?
Oh, crap is not a swear word. Look at that.
Come on, could be kids watching.
And look at my cute nails. All right. Awesome.
Metal or plastic?
Oh, it's a pin. It's metal. Yeah.
Well, that is nice.
A Cloisonne pin.
Founders Circle.
Yeah. Because we got it at D23 for the very first... So for like, what, $140, we got 3 years of Disney Plus? Can't beat that.
What is that?
Oh,
Nick, what's up?
Sign up, man. Sign up.
If your girlfriend wants you to sign up, you got to sign up. That's just one of the very, very, very few reasons to sign up for Disney Plus. You've seen the list of shows coming and the movies coming to Disney Plus, haven't you?
Come November 12th, we're just going to be sitting watching Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. All right. So,
why?
What are you...
I'm interested. Nick, why are you not excited for Disney Plus?
Did he say he's not?
He's thinking about it.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So if you're just thinking about it, I'm not sure what your excitement level will be.
No.
I am so excited. Okay, all right, good.
Oh.
All right, you can stay. Yeah, it's like what's today's date?
What's not to be excited about?
What's today's date?
It is
The 12th?
the 12th. It's the 12th.
Oh, like I think John Zunkenauer just said one more month.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
God, zooks.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Where'd this year go?
I don't know. It seems like it was just like January. And then we had April in there with celebration. Whole bunch of fun stuff. Hold on, I need to...
It was just in August.
There
They were announcing all this stuff. We thought, so many months, 3 more months until we get Disney Plus. Now it's 4 weeks.
Yeah. Awesome.
Can't wait to start talking about all that.
Yeah. All right, let me get this on battery power. And we're going to be recording here with our show notes. SD card, don't want any of that.
So welcome one and two all.
Yeah.
So Nick is in the same time zone as we are. He's
in
Monterey.
Really? Okay.
And John, where are you coming from again?
Oh yeah. I'm not sure.
Wisconsin.
That's right. Awesome.
So it's what, 9:13, so what's what, 11:13 there?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 hours.
Is it cold? Yeah, are you getting snow?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Did you see Randall Gobiel's picture?
No. Is there snow?
He had like 3 feet of snow in his backyard.
Oh.
It was like a half wonderland.
And it's Reynold Gobay, remember?
Gobay.
I know.
It's Gobiel. Come on.
I know.
Come on,
we started
Reynold.
calling it the wrong.
You know what? Where is Reynold? He should be here by now.
I know. This is cute. No snow. 34 degrees.
Have you been outside here? It's like very chilly.
It is?
Yes, it's very, very cold. Well, I say very cold. It's like 70, 75.
Right. 60s, 50s. 50s is very, very cold for here.
Oh, yeah. John's probably laughing at us.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hit record.
All right.
And we're going to do this, you guys.
I wish I could be there. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Come one, come all.
Grass is always greener.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell us how the picture looks, by the way. Does it look better? Because we're using Richard's new iPhone 11 Pro.
Look at that wide-angle lens.
Front-facing camera.
I think you can see our neighbors from this lens.
Right? Oh, it's cool. So let us know. We're very curious whether it looks better than you remember. All right, so here we go. This is what you can look forward to on episode 262 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers! Are you ready to explore Walt... Always. Yes, I took a deep breath and it did me in. All right. Hey, Skywalkers! Are you ready to explore Walt Disney World without the heat, the humidity, and unplanned downpours? If so, then we want to welcome you to Skywalking Through Neverland. We are your podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, anti-humidity, and Marvel fandom. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife, Sarah.
Hey, Skywalkers! We are so excited that you have joined us today, and we want to give you a big Wookiee hug because you are our family of Skywalkers. We want to thank you for listening to the show every single week. If this is your first time listening, welcome! You are now a Skywalker, and also we want to give a special thank you to our SkyTubers who are watching us live right now. Whenever we refer to some comments that are happening live, well, it's always you SkyTubers, so thank you. We love it when you share our joy in this adventure through fandom.
Wait, this just in from John Zunkenauer on YouTube. He says, woohoo!
Awesome.
Now back to our podcast.
Okay.
Now, we are recording this from Long Beach, California on October the 12th, 2019, 1 month away from Disney Plus.
Woo!
So if you need to get a hold of us, we won't be available. We'll be glued to the television.
On November 12th.
Yes.
Yes, pretty much.
Mandalorian's coming. And other great fun stuff.
Dude, have you seen the Disney Plus commercial online? It makes me cry every single time.
Yeah, you know what? And maybe leading up to The Mandalorian, they'll have a Star Wars film festival leading up to it. I'm sure they're going to do something rather than just roll films out and roll shows out. They're going to have lead-ups. They're going to have what you would call bonus features on DVDs and DVDs. I'm so 2017.
Yeah.
Blu-rays and streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're going to have so many great things that will get us more excited behind the scenes, gag reels.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping. And just the Star Wars films themselves and what they do with the screenings when they're held down in Hollywood leading up to a new Star Wars film release. Theatrically, they'll have the actors come on out and say a little something about their film that they were in that precedes the film. So maybe they'll have some of that kind of stuff.
I hope so.
Yeah. They won't just have the film and here you go. Now go and watch. Yeah, so much fun stuff leading up to it. I hope.
I hope so.
Knock on Formica.
Actually, I think this is actual wood. Is this wood?
Roll with it.
Okay. Well, this episode of Skywalking Through Neverland is proudly sponsored by Small World Vacations. Now, they are a diamond level Disney vacation planner travel agency and can help you book your trip to Disney parks around the world. And best of all, their service is free of charge. So head to smallworldvacations.com for a no obligation price quote and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Nice. Now, coming up on this episode, we will take you through our first journey to Pandora. And all through our vacation, I kept calling it Pantera.
You did?
That's a 1990s heavy metal band.
Oh.
Not Pantera, Pandora. Which is at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We also went to Toy Story Land for the first time and many other stops during our Skywalking Through Neverland East Coast takeover. And if you didn't think we had anything to say about the final Illuminations show at Epcot, well, think again. Lots to unpack here.
Wow. Yeah, and if you want to see even more, please watch our YouTube channel. We've already rolled out some videos from that trip, and we will be rolling out even more Walt Disney World videos all month long this October.
We have more videos coming than there are weeks in October.
Oh,
so we
how are we going to do that? Yes.
Maybe 2 a week, a bonus video.
Ooh.
Yeah, lots of stuff coming. Hey, Christopher Marino just joined us on YouTube.
Oh, but he's heading to Disneyland, so he just stopped by to say hi.
Oh, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. Bright Suns, Christopher.
Ooh, yay.
I wonder if they will acknowledge the hey, Bright Suns. Christopher, say that to one of the Batu citizens and let us know, okay? Report back in.
Yes.
Hey, Bright Suns.
All right, well, Richard, let's get into the show. But first, it's Things We Want to Share. Cool. Nick says the SkyTube is super comfortable. All right.
Don't get me started on that.
I know. We'll have to take our wellness pills.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's meetup time. We had such fun meeting up with Skywalkers on the East Coast that we are scheduling a meetup at Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge. So on Sunday, November 10th at 6 p.m., meet us in front of the Millennium Falcon. We'll take a group picture right in front of the Falcon, and then we'll head to Smuggler's Run to the fun, awesome queue and ride that ride. This worked so great at Walt Disney World because you're waiting in line for 50 minutes and you get to know each other and talk with each other. And then at least there at Walt Disney World, we got split into 2 different cabins and you kind of see who does better. It's really fun.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
We did awesome. Our group did awesome.
Yeah, I was not chosen by Hondo Anaka to return again.
Oh no! And when our group ended and the cast member opened the door, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't usually say this, but you guys did so good!" We got over 10,000 credits. It was amazing.
Whereas in our ride, Hondo Anaka opened the door and said, "This is why you will never be chosen as the rebel spy. You did terrible." I'm not sure where one has got to do with the other, and I'm not sure why Hondo was even there.
Oh.
Now, asterisk, that didn't really happen.
No.
But I'm just saying.
That would be amazing.
That would be a very, very amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently they do have a walk around Hondo.
At least at Walt Disney World, yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
What about us over here?
We need it.
Yes.
Need it.
But you know what? We will make do with knowing that Rise of the Resistance is only, 2 months away? 2.5 months? Okay, 3 months
No,
away.
three. Okay,
All
3
right.
months away.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wishful thinking. All right, now we also want to remind everyone that we are getting back on schedule after last year's house catastrophe knocked everything out of whack. We're going to get back to a regular schedule. Monday will be our podcast day, so we'll release a new episode of Skywalking Through Neverland on Monday, and on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we will release a new YouTube video.
Or if we don't have a video to release that week, we will go live at 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube, just for fun.
Yeah, we'll read you a story.
Yeah.
We'll read some passages from Sarah's diary when she was a kid.
We'll talk. We'll have like a discussion. It'll be really fun, and we'll need you guys to join in so that we can all just have a fun discussion.
Speaking of which, remember the what was it? Journal of the Rich?
Oh yes.
We did so many years ago.
That's what I think of that.
I should break those open. Maybe we do a couple of readings from there. And Sarah, you found some of your actual diaries.
Journals, yeah.
Journals when you were a kid.
They're embarrassing. No, that was like a teenager or in
even more
college.
so. Even
it's
more
so embarrassing.
So yes, okay, it's out there now. We can't take it back.
Okay. Oh my god. Well, I'll read some of them.
And if any of the Skywalkers have journals from when they were a kid, that would be awesome.
Wow. Cool.
All right, this is going to be fun.
It will be.
All right, now we also want to tease that there's a very special guest coming up on Skywalking Through Neverland the first week of November. Someone whose name I've seen in the Star Wars credits for 42 years. I thought, I'd love to talk to that person. And guess what? We're going to talk to that person. I'm not going to say who it is, but I am very, very, very excited.
But they're in the Star Wars credits.
Mm-hmm. Even on some of the posters. What?
Wow.
John Zancanaro was asking on YouTube, planning on talking about the Jungle Cruise trailer on this show. Cannot wait for the movie.
Oh, awesome. That would have been a good thing to discuss, John, but we haven't watched it yet.
Do you want to just pull it up?
Sure.
Pull it up. All
Okay.
All right, John.
You know what?
You're driving the show now, John.
This is our command. The Jungle Cruise. So you'll hear it. Movie trailer.
Tell us what you're excited about as we roll into it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, no worries. You know what? We had kind of a short show, so this works out great. Oops, hold on. I have to turn. Oh.
What?
I don't know how I'm going to do this. You know what? We have to play it on a phone because otherwise we'll hear it, we'll hear echoes of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So,
All
give me a second.
Jungle Cruise opening in theaters July 24th, 2020. It seems like it's going to be so long to wait. Not so much.
Go see Joker if you haven't already.
We are so behind on movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's to the point where we're so busy putting out all these shows.
And we have fun doing it, too.
Yeah.
So we, forget to... Yeah.
And
except going to Disneyland. We don't really go out much.
Yeah, we're shut-ins. And besides, I just can't take the movie theater behavior anymore.
Yeah, very, very true.
Yeah, not only was it texting that was a problem, and the talking, and now people will sit in front of you with these giant buns that stick up in the air.
Man buns or regular buns.
Yeah, and with the theaters that aren't stadium seating, which is some of the preview screenings that we see, all you see is a big giant bun in front of you, so it blocks out a third of the screen.
Okay, so are we ready?
Oh, yeah, we're ready now.
Okay.
I was ranting.
Here we go.
Okay, we're watching the Jungle Cruise trailer.
Legend has it there is a tree in the Amazon that possesses unparalleled healing powers. And the arrowhead is the key to unlocking it.
Stop her!
Hello, just wanted you to know, this has been mislabeled. Shipping outlets?
Of all the jungle cruises you can take in the Amazon, this one is undoubtedly the cheapest. But also the most thrilling. Heads up, coming through. Look out! Marauders.
Wow.
Natives. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment
Ah!
Side of water. He's wonder of the world.
Lagrimas de cristal. Let's secure our travel. Come on. Hello?
Not a good time.
My brother and I are looking for passage upriver.
Please go away.
I have a lot of money.
If you believe in legends, you should believe in curses too.
Oh.
You're gonna beg me to turn back.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
10,000 to bring you there alive. Dead is 15,000.
Why should I pay more dead?
Dead, I'd have to carry you. That's a lot harder, lady. Here we go.
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form.
I cannot swim.
You booked a river cruise and you can't swim?
Oh no.
The price just went up.
Wow.
Oh. Oh, this is the bad guy.
The mess is
I just can't wait to see the nods
Oh,
from the actual ride in the movie.
I know.
The backs. If we don't stand up and cheer when that happens, I'll be very disappointed.
You know what? I wish the AMC theater at Downtown Disney was still going.
Uh-oh.
How fun would that be to go watch the AMC, watch it there and then hop on Jungle Cruise like right after watching the film?
That looks like it's just a boatload of fun.
I know, yeah. So I'm loving the chemistry between Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, she's like the new Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah.
the Disney princess.
Yeah. And she's so adorable. I love her. And I like that she has her normal accent in this one.
Yeah.
Because in Mary Poppins Returns,
And it's an English accent.
bugged me. Yeah, well, it is an English accent, but yeah.
And you would think at this point we'd be sick of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
But no.
Not so much.
He's charming.
Very, very charming.
Well, he proved that with Moana.
Right,
with
with
Maui.
Maui, yeah.
That he could be a really sleazy character, but yet still charming.
But he's in as many movies as Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But yet we're still not tired of him because, you know what? He almost does play almost the same character.
Mm-hmm.
However, like you said, he's very, very charming.
Yes.
And he can deliver a one-liner and not telegraph it. Which Kevin Hart, you always know when a joke is coming because he telegraphs the joke.
Okay.
But Dwayne Johnson, he's got some acting chops.
Right.
When I saw him in The Scorpion King back in about 2001, that was the Mummy prequel. I thought, okay, he's a one-shot deal. But no, what's it? Almost been 20 years later, and he's still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot wait to see this. And I'm thinking this is almost like a new Indiana Jones franchise.
Yeah. It could be.
Yeah.
It's got all that elements of fun and
Yeah.
spookiness and all that cool stuff.
However, I don't want to see Dwayne Johnson taking up the mantle of Indiana Jones.
Well, he could be his own character.
That's the thing. So if he did do that, we would just see Dwayne Johnson. We wouldn't see Indiana Jones.
Well, I think it would be an awesome franchise if they kept Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson, like, their chemistry together. From what I've seen in the trailer, it looks great. So, like, let's have a duo that goes through time. But you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, explores that era. And he's got the brawn and she's got the brains, and it's very cute.
What if these two created a franchise where they're in the Jungle Cruise now, but in 2021 they're in the Haunted Mansion?
Oh.
And these two characters could just hop from ride to ride in a theatrical rendition. That would be something.
That would be very interesting.
I would not mind that kind of a franchise. Of course, people would say, "Oh, come on, Disney, you can do better than that. You're just making rides into movies." Yeah. So, and those are the comments we heard when Pirates of the Caribbean was made into a movie, and Tomorrowland. Once again, so
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that proposition.
Well, what's interesting is people are complaining about IPs being added to Disneyland or Disney parks, when they had original rides. Well, this is like the opposite of that. This is taking the original rides and making them IPs that people can enjoy in different ways.
Yeah.
Intellectual property. So, yeah, I think I think that's really cool.
Sure, you could say it's a big commercial. Once again,
Yeah.
so what? Wow, you know what? Where's the phone? We gotta call Bob Iger. I think this would be what other rides could you see them on?
So I'm thinking like
I'm sorry, ride movies.
Right. So honestly, like Tom Sawyer Island or the canoes or the Mark Twain Riverboat, like all that stuff right over there. Or in New Orleans Square, they could like take a trip and have a whole voodoo thing happen or something.
What if wait, is Tom Sawyer Island, is that considered in New Orleans Square? Is that just really it's really its own thing?
I think that's Frontierland. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you can always do a movie and then just have them go through Tom Sawyer Island, so it can be like the land can be a little cameo in a movie.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Oh, you know what? You and John said it at the same time.
Yes.
You could do like an Avengers kind of movie where you mash up all of these rides in one movie.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
after you've had their separate movies. All right, Disney. Got a lot of money to make here.
Oh, come on. You know what? We'll even take a Disney Plus series. But I think this could this could be a really fun theatrical. Maybe the theatricals could be the actual lands, but the Disney Plus series are them walking through the different lands, going through Tom Sawyer's Island and New Orleans Square.
Wow.
Keep on going. They're going through Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
They're passing through Joshua Jordan's animation experience class, learning how to draw Simba. So much. What?
Watchful and Harmonious says Disney should make a horror movie on the Matterhorn with Harry the Abominable Snowman. That would be cool.
Right.
Something like that, yeah.
All right.
Genre movie. Wow.
Nice. Yeah. So very, very excited for the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
There's so much potential here, especially like we've been saying with the chemistry between these two, and that was really apparent at D23 Expo when the two of them were on stage pitching the movie. And they each had their own trailer.
Oh yeah. I loved that so much. It was so much fun. All right. Well, I can't wait for this film. When does it come out?
July 24th, 2020.
What? We have to wait that long?
Mm-hmm. Did you happen to see any other ride cameos in the trailer? We saw the hippo coming out of the water.
I think we saw a pile of snakes. So like it kind of looked like that snake you see, like it's all
coiled.
It's all coiled in a pile.
Right.
It's one snake. Yeah, the boa constrictor that's in a pile. It looked like that, and that's what turns into the bad guy.
Right. And there's the headhunters off to the side.
Yes, that was cool.
Yeah, it looked like Dwayne Johnson had some kind of a thing going with them. Like they were going to attack the boat, but you got to give them a signal like, okay, guys, enough is enough.
Right.
To make the ride more exciting for the passengers. We only saw it once, so that's what I took from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, cannot wait for this ride. And once again...
The movie, you mean?
Yes. Well, the movie will be a ride.
It will be.
It will be a ride of adventure and excitement, and I can't wait for more of these Disney ride / movie crossovers.
Me either.
All right, with that, let's get into our Walt Disney World Orlando Skywalking Through Neverland takeover.
Nice. What music are we going to have here?
That's up to you.
Oh, it is. Woohoo. Okay.
Sarah, let's start at the top.
The top. Yes. Do you want to... Did you write that?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Okay.
What do you mean by the top?
This is why we have the rehearsals.
What do you mean by the top?
The top of the listings that we did.
The top of the notes?
So let's just start with Pandora.
Okay.
At the top of the wish list.
Well, are we going to do this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
Let's preface it.
There we go. Slate it.
Well, last week we had so much fun comparing the two Galaxy's Edges and the two Disney Halloween parties from both coasts. So now, this week, we'd like to share some of the more fun things we did at Walt Disney World.
And should we just start with Pandora, or Pantera as I call it?
Where did you get Pantera from?
Pantera, it's a 90s heavy metal band.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, I know their logo, couldn't tell you anything more about them. Pantera, okay. I don't know.
All right.
It's one of those things that you don't say that often, Pandora. Mm-hmm. And
okay, yeah.
Not that I say Pantera all that often either.
Yeah. Well, it's also like you call it Avatar Land. Come on.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah. So basically, we're heading to Disney's Animal Kingdom right now, and we're going to go left and go to Pandora because that's where you go when you hit Animal Kingdom. You just keep going left, left, left. Oh, there's Pandora. And so this is Avatar Land, of course. And so Richard, let's give a few thoughts about Pandora.
I was very excited to go to Pandora because of all the reactions and comments we've seen in the past and all of the revolutionary technology that went into this. And I guess I was spoiled by Galaxy's Edge
Oh, okay.
because I was excited to be there, but I was measuring it up to Galaxy's Edge. Like, I wanted to see the exact distinction line between one land and the other when you go into Pandora. We don't really know that you're there just yet.
Especially in the day.
You can see the lighting fixtures, which are more Avatar-like, if you know what lighting fixtures are on Avatar, on Pandora. So we're walking in, and it's like, are we in Pandora yet? Oh, we are, because we see the big, giant walking load lifters.
Right.
I want to say that Sigourney Weaver rides, but that's the wrong movie, wrong franchise. So you walk in, you do see the big floating rock above you. I just wanted to see an exact welcoming line. Maybe there's a couple of Na'vi standing there, or something that says, "Hey, you're now going into a different land,
Okay.
a different experience." And because this meshed so well with Animal Kingdom, like, you weren't really sure where the line was.
Well, yeah, and then there's two entrances to Pandora from Animal Kingdom. One is that left route that I was talking about that's closer to the main entrance, and it's a wide walkway by one of the restaurants, the Tiffin's restaurant. And we didn't go that way. We actually went a different way. That's a longer pathway. It's like a bridge that goes, it's a skinny bridge that goes to the land. And so, yeah, that bridge, like the foliage and everything just kind of blended into each other. And it was during the day as well. Now, had we gone at night...
Yeah, two different lands, Pandora by day and Pandora at night. And if you haven't gone to Pandora yet, wait until nighttime for your first visit. Because then it becomes a whole different land, and then there is a distinction between the two areas as you're walking into Pandora, because the walkways light up.
Yeah.
What?
This ground sure looks strange.
Doesn't look like rock because it's glowing. And I thought that was fantastic. And there's projectors, light projectors, lighting up the walkways.
Spoiler.
Well, come on.
I know.
I just want to give people an idea.
Yeah.
And it's so
Well, it's
well
black
done.
light. It's black light that's lighting up the walkways.
And it's done so evenly. And this is something to definitely have for your first viewing, first visit to Pandora. I can't say that enough, because I wish we were told that.
Yeah.
Then we would have waited, and it would have been a whole better experience. And Pandora is fun, but Pandora at night, come on. So not just the walkway lights up, but the bushes and the trees light up. The waterfall is all lit up. And there's lights up on those big hovering rocks. Are they hovering? I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
It's like a big giant hovering boulder.
Right. It's supposed to be hovering land masses. That's how Pandora is. So
Okay.
They engineered it to look like that. Yeah. And one other note about Pandora, and that is it's small relatively, but a lot of the footprint of Pandora is Flight of Passage, the ride, and the queue for Flight of Passage. And one of the things I noticed is even if you're not going to ride Flight of Passage, just walk into the queue, because it takes you up along some switchbacks, and you get the best view of Pandora. In fact, I even wanted to walk up there at night, but I forgot. I wanted to go in the line, at least just to go in, take some pictures, and then, peace out, because the line was still like 180 minutes at 8 p.m. or something.
Well, the thing is, how do you know how big Pandora is? I don't know, because once again it blended in with the rest of the park, whereas Galaxy's Edge had the spires around the circumference, so you can tell where it stops and ends. I'm not sure how big Pandora is.
Well, from the footprint, you're in like the Valley of Pandora. You have the Navi River journey on one end of it. You have the food on another end, and you have like the Forbidden Journey in the middle. Or not the Forbidden Journey. That's Harry Potter. You have Flight of Passage in the middle. And so like the actual valley itself where you can walk around and just be in Pandora is probably about the size of like the Falcon to the First Order area, I would say, in Galaxy's Edge. And
okay.
Dok-Ondar's as well.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But just the walking around area is all I'm talking about. Like that does not
Like the courtyard.
Yeah, the court. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where they did have one. Would you call it a show? I'm not sure. You had one of those guys in one of those load lifter machines.
Yeah, you had an outdoor little show.
Just gonna call it the Sigourney Weaver Queen Alien fighting machine.
Well, it's the Mecha machine, right? Mecha.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And it would run back and forth.
Yeah.
And
That was all.
Yeah.
We thought he was gonna do more.
But
it was more for the kids. It was like, okay, time me, kids.
Yeah.
How long it takes me to walk back and forth. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. Not really.
We're gonna check out of this one, but thank you. I can see where you're going with this, but
Yeah.
we're gonna go get in line for Flight of Passage.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what we did.
Segway.
Yeah. Oh, very nice segue. And one of the things, if you're going to be waiting in line for Flight of Passage for an hour and 40 minutes or so, grab yourself a nice drink first, a nice beverage.
Mm-hmm. Alcoholic, preferably.
Alcoholic beverage.
Make time go by much quicker.
Yeah, so let's talk about Flight of Passage, which is the, like, what is the number
It's
one
signature ride.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. The signature ride in Pandora. And really, I mean, what, all of Walt Disney World? What would you think?
The signature ride of all Walt Disney World.
Well, like a very, very good ride.
Keep going.
In demand.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sought after.
Yeah.
Technology forwarding.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about the technology here. Well, for one thing, they had to make the queue interesting, and there's like 4 different sections of the queue. Oh, you didn't think so? Well, we were playing the game. We were using the Play Disney Parks app, my dad and I, and that was kind of fun to make the queue go a little faster, but it was still really long.
Yeah.
But we did it. We waited so we could ride this ride. And what it is, it's really interesting because they take you and you get to sit on this, what is this called?
The Beast?
Yeah, the Beast. But you're sitting on a mechanical thing that then like hooks you in. Like there's something that comes up and hooks your legs and your back into it so that when you're riding the ride, you feel it, the beast like breathe or move its wings.
See, this is why Banshee. We have the YouTubers, because John Giancanaro just said Banshee.
Yes, although in the ride they called it 2 different things. It's like, why? Just pick one.
All right, now this is kind of my point.
Okay.
Avatar is one of the biggest films of all time for the last 10 years.
Came out in 2009.
Yeah, name a character.
Exactly.
Yeah, name a character, name a beast. Mm-hmm. If you're not John Giancanaro, who can do that? So I would like in the queue maybe to have a couple of monitors playing clips of the movies.
Oh, that would be good.
Singular for right now.
Right.
However, you're supposed to be in universe, so they couldn't really.
Right. You couldn't really show it.
But still, I would like to see clips from the movie as a precursor, as something reminder as to what happened in the movie.
Right.
Because we've seen it a couple of times, and I couldn't really tell you from one point to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And even people in line were like, yeah, we love the movie. Who was the main character? That guy?
Yeah.
And the blue people?
Right.
So even if they didn't show actual clips from the movie per se, like the actual sequences, show us clips where you see the Navi, you see the Banshees, and you're reminded of the fun time and the exciting journey to come.
Right.
Because I'd forgotten all about your riding the Banshees, and in the movie you get to sail all over Pandora. I'd forgotten all about that until we got on the ride.
Wow.
So as a reminder to get us excited, I would like to have seen those kind of clips.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so what the ride is really is it's like Soarin' over California.
It's exactly like Soren.
Yeah, except you're like forward in a little device and the screen is very much close to you and everything goes black except for that screen and you're wearing a certain goggles that make it look a little 3D and you're basically flying and soaring in the air on this Banshee. And yeah, so that's what it is. It's like a super powered Soarin'. and it really
to the max.
It does, because you get the smells, but they're very subtle. Like not like Soarin' where you hear that and then all of a sudden you smell orange, right? You didn't hear anything like that on this ride. All of a sudden the smells were just different, and then you got this spray of water in your face, but it wasn't overly so.
It's not Splash Mountain.
No.
Uh,
But like, let's say you're flying next to a waterfall and all of a sudden you feel this tiny little spray and you're like, oh, that's refreshing. It was so well done.
Yeah, you didn't have to wring out your socks afterwards.
No. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't get you that wet. Now, I was really looking forward to this ride, and everyone was saying, yeah, you get on this Banshee and you can feel the thing breathing because you're straddling him, the beast, and you can feel how when the lungs exhale and inhale, you can feel it on your legs because your legs you are straddling his torso.
Yeah, it's like a motorcycle thing.
And I was very excited. But when you get into the room, they have like 6 Tron cycles. And
kind of took you out of it?
It took me way out of it because I had in my mind that you're going to get on this Banshee, this prop that was a Banshee.
Gotcha.
So when I'm sitting down on this light cycle, I'm not thinking I'm on a Banshee. I'm thinking I'm on a Tron light cycle.
Gotcha.
I'm looking around for Jeff Bridges. He's nowhere to be found. And when the thing did breathe in and out, I thought it was just my legs adjusting. If no one had told me that you can feel the beast breathing, I probably wouldn't have even noticed that.
See, to me, it wasn't the beast breathing. It was his wings flapping. So every time you went like up, you'd feel like the thing expand and contract. So to me, it was like his wings.
Okay.
Which was cool.
But once the ride started, oh my, A+++++, 10. This one goes to 11. That's how exciting it is.
Yeah.
Because the screen is in 4D and you get these VR goggles and it really looks like you're diving down into Pandora and around all these waterfalls and rocks and fighting these dragons, and it was also very much like Forbidden Journey, the Harry Potter ride.
Yes.
So if you had Soarin' and you got Forbidden Journey and put them together one night, they would produce Flight of Passage.
Nice. And Watchful and Harmonious says Disney should have made a Star Wars Soarin' riding speeder bikes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Very much so.
That would have been amazing.
Now, Sarah, what were your impressions of the ride in general?
Well, I mean, like, I thought it was fantastic. Just, I was able to kind of lose myself in the moment, and I had you on one side of me and Dad on the other. And Dad, at one point, he's an engineer, and he's very much into how things work. And so at one point, he was like, Sarah, look around. Look to your right and left. And I didn't know what he meant, so I was, like, looking around at the screen. And then he's like, no, look over to your right. Like, all the way. And I looked, and I could see all these rows of people who were watching it, like, below me and above me. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. It took me out of the...
It's like when you're on Soarin', you can look around and see the people above and below you and their feet dangling.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wasn't seeing any of that. And then all of a sudden I saw it, and I'm like, don't tell me that. But he's an engineer, so he was very excited to see how it worked.
And about 3/4 of the way through the ride, I felt it was getting a little repetitive. So I took out my iPhone and I was recording you, Sarah.
Yeah.
On the ride, and in that footage you can see the rows of people behind you. You can see where the screen ends. You can see behind the scenes of what you probably shouldn't see when you're on the ride. But I really want to get some footage for the Skywalkers, and this will be contained in our upcoming Pandora video
on YouTube.
Coming soon to YouTube.
Yes.
So you'll be able to see exactly what we're talking about.
Awesome. All right. Well, so you had your impressions of the ride, right?
Yes.
So I think we should maybe head to the next attraction in Pandora. and that is the Navi River Journey, which is a really cool ride. It's a lot like Pirates of the Caribbean, where you're riding a nice water vehicle, and you get to go on this journey down the river, and it's at night all the time. And
Whereas Pirates of the Caribbean, there's always things firing at you and yelling at you, and pirates tell you they're gonna sell you and looking for Jack Sparrow. This was a nice. Take this
peaceful.
At the very end of your day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, we had only a 20-minute wait, 20-minute, 15-minute wait, and we got to ride, and we go down the river, and we're watching the ride. We have this all on video as well, and then we get towards the end of the Navi River Journey, and we see this amazing Navi shaman animatronic who's chanting, and holy cow, this is just an amazing animatronic.
I was looking forward to this animatronic because everyone was saying that Hondo Ohnaka on Smuggler's Run and Galaxy's Edge is only a close second to this Navi shaman. So I thought, okay, all right, I got to see this for myself. How can they make an animatronic that looks even better than Hondo? This was done a couple of years ago. So yeah, bring it on. I want this challenge. And we see the shaman animatronic, and okay, I can see why they would say that. Only you've got to consider that this shaman is sitting in one spot, got these octopus arms waving around, and the shaman is chanting. Whereas Hondo has got to walk, and he's got to give us riders expositional dialogue.
Yep.
So it's easy just to synchronize the mouth with chanting because you're only so many vowels you can go through.
Yeah.
But Hondo has got to give you the
breakdown.
The breakdown of what your mission is.
Yeah, it's a very, very good point. So I would say they're equal.
It's you can't even look at it in the same category. It's like comparing a movie like Star Wars and Superbad. They're both awesome movies, but you can't really compare them both because they have such different qualities.
Right, right.
So this is the same thing, and it's this whole thing is just wow. I could sit there and just watch this Navi shaman like all night long. It was just so hypnotizing. Mm-hmm. And once again, you'll see this in our video if you haven't seen it already. Maybe this should be like a screensaver. Like, you know what? During the holidays, you can put on your TV a roaring fire if you don't have a fireplace, or like snow outside of a window. Let's just have this Navi shaman just and waving their arms. It's on your TV if you want just like a nice, peaceful, relaxing evening. I could get into this.
She was very relaxing.
Yeah, Disney, are you listening to these comments and suggestions? Come on.
I hope so. Wow. All right. Well, so definitely Pandora, totally worth it. And in fact, the food there was really good. We really loved. They had some great options for healthy people. And it was a big thing. So you could they had these bowls where you could choose your meat, you could choose your bowl underneath, like your side, and then you can choose the sauce on top. And so you could choose to be, healthier with a salad, or you could have beans and rice, or, something like that along with your protein. So I really liked it. And we couldn't have probably split one, but my parents ended up splitting a whole bowl because there was a lot of food there.
Yeah, you can't really say this that much for a lot of the Disney portions, but it's very filling. Mm-hmm. I walked away like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I almost couldn't eat this big pineapple dessert coming our way.
Oh, pineapple cream cheese.
But guess what?
Yeah.
We made that sacrifice.
Yes,
and we ate them. All up.
Okay. Speaking of food.
Oh, another great segue. Let's do this.
I think it's time that we head over to Epcot. And it was the International Food and Wine Festival happening at Epcot. And Richard, it was our first time to ever do this event. And I know you're not as into the food and wine festivals, but I was totally excited about it.
Oh, me too. But you know what? Let's read this comment from Christopher Marino on YouTube. I love Pandora so much, I'm going to spend my next 20 years there. That's an inside joke because Christopher Marino is working on Avatar 2 through 18 right now.
Yes. Thank you, Christopher, for your sacrifice.
All right. Oh, the Watchful and Harmonious also said on YouTube, Star Wars plus Superbad equals the movie Fanboys.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, okay. All right, food and wine.
Okay, so let's give an overview for those of you who may not be as familiar with this. It's at World Showcase at Epcot, which is where you walk around all the different countries of the world. And the Epcot Food and Wine Festival features many different themed kiosks with bites and drinks that represent the theme. And at each kiosk, there's usually 3 different foods and 2 to 4 different drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, at each booth. And there are dozens of these booths everywhere. And also, to plus up your experience, you can buy into some food or wine demonstrations, or even some celebrity chef brunches or demonstrations as well. Now, we didn't do any of that, but we had some really great times walking around and just eating and drinking. And in fact, I'm going to go get that little food and wine menu that we found.
Please do. All right, John Zancanaro, I'll read this comment while you're away. He says, Food and Wine Festival is the best. Can snack around the world so easily. Yeah, that's almost a detriment because you do snack around the world, and by the time you're done, you put on a couple of pounds. But you know what? It was all in good fun, so that's okay. Mm-hmm. That's okay. The holidays are coming. Time to lose weight. Wait, what?
It is.
What? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
No,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I got my booklet here, and I have put stickers on the booths that we went to. And when we got to Walt Disney World, I was most excited about this International Food and Wine Festival, so that is what we hit on our very first day. But it also happened to be the hottest day. So
I'm already sweating as you're saying that.
I know. So, okay, I had been looking at the menu for each kiosk. Like, I had this whole PDF of it and had circled what I wanted to try and highlighted, and like stuff like venison stew or cheddar cheese and bacon soup. And then we got there, and it's like, it feels like 100 degrees out, and you're just sweating just standing there.
At best, it felt like it was 100 degrees out.
It was awful. So, when we arrived, it was just so hot that all we wanted to do was drink cold things. So, immediately, we went to the Ireland booth for the Guinness Bailey's Irish Shake.
I still have a hangover from that.
So that is what we had first instead of the cheddar cheese and bacon soup at the Canada booth, which was right close by.
I'm sure sales on that were like plummeting.
Oh, I know. Ugh. Yeah. So basically, we went around the booths, we got stuff, we recorded it, us eating it, our first tastes and drinks, and so for a look at everything we had, please stay tuned to our YouTube channel. We documented pretty much everything over 2 days, and we even took my parents along, and then Trisha Barr and Teresa Delgado from Fangirls Going Rogue, they also show up in that video too, so look for their cameos. But for now, for the International Food and Wine Festival, why don't we share our top 3 favorite drinks and food? And Richard, I'll start.
Oh, please.
Okay, so, like I said, I mentioned Ireland, that Guinness Bailey's Shake. This was our moment. Like, you travel, you get there, it's all about, okay, when do we go? When do we get to the parks? And then finally when you're at the parks and you have this moment where you're relaxing and you're doing what you've been thinking about doing for the past year, and you're like, that's the moment.
It's almost worth getting a ticket into Epcot just to have this beverage. It's that good.
So good. So that was one of my top 3 beverages. And then I'd have to say the second one would be the Florida Orange Grove's sparkling pineapple wine from the Hawaii booth. Now, this is when we were with Trisha, and she was saying, hey, we can take the little boat across to the World Showcase instead of walking through the heat. And I'm like, that sounds great, but let me grab my pineapple wine first, which was awesome. So I had a little wine on the way on the boat, and that was a fun way to spend a boat ride.
And that made you very happy.
It did.
I could tell. All right, I'm going to start off going over there to Brazil.
Okay.
And having that Brazilian cheese bread. My mouth was watering just saying this.
Yeah.
I think this is the best thing that I had in our whole trip.
It It was so good.
Yeah.
And it's, well, so in Brazil, they call it pão de queijo or something like that.
Sure enough.
But it's Brazilian cheese bread, and
Yeah.
they're like little lumps of bread that are, well, apparently they're gluten-free. So it's like made of cheese or something,
That's what we're telling ourselves.
right? Oh.
And they're sugar-free. No carbs. Yeah, I really wanted to get like 4 or 5. They're not that big, and I really wanted to get so many more of these.
But they were pretty filling.
They were, however, they were that good. I once again would have sacrificed self-indulgence and feeling sick to have some of these.
Yeah, that was good. All right, so when you weren't there, Richard, I was with my parents, and we got to explore some booths that we didn't explore the first day, including the Mexico booth, which had a smoky margarita. Oh, this was good. It has pineapple ginger juice, agave nectar, agave tequila, and Ancho Reyes liqueur served with a spicy salt rim. And it was like smoky. It was very yummy. And I got to sip that on another hot day as we wandered around the Mexico Pavilion. So it was perfect.
All right. I forgot where I got this from, but it's the smoked corned beef with crispy potatoes.
Ah.
I don't recall. It sounds American. So I'm going to guess Wisconsin. Hey, John. Hey, John. San Canaro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they say crispy potatoes, but it was potato chips. Come on. Do you remember that?
Yeah, this was why it was one of my favorites.
Right.
It was really good, and I love corned beef, but corned beef has the potential of getting really salty.
Oh.
And this teetered on the salt quotient.
Okay.
It was a little too salty, but you know what? I ate it all.
Yes, you did. Even though Trisha and I tried to steal it.
It wasn't gonna happen. Love me some corned hash beef.
Yeah. Well, speaking of beef, in the France booth, we had the beef braised in Cabernet Sauvignon with red potatoes, with red onions and puffed potatoes. And these puffed potatoes were so cute. They were like little balls, little potato balls. So that was really yummy. I mean, you can't go wrong with like beef in Cabernet. Like, oh, it was very, very good. So I really liked that one.
Okay. I'm going to complete my list with the Shimmering Sips Mimosa Bar.
Ooh.
This was the Shimmering Strawberry Soft Serve in a waffle cone.
Whoa!
You have strawberry ice cream and a waffle cone, you're done for the day.
Yeah, but the waffle cone had like fun little sprinkles on it and stuff. And for your money, this was one of the best deals. Because a lot of times you get these tiny little bites, especially for the beef and things. But this was a full-on waffle cone. Yeah, it like filled you up.
Yeah, this is probably one of the only things that really filled you up during this food and wine tour.
Yeah.
Most things you'd pay $8 and you'd get a couple of crumbs or a Dixie cup worth of wine.
Right.
But this definitely worth, I don't know, like $8, $9.
I agree. And also at the Shimmering Sips Mimosa Bar, I had to get the Mimosa Flight, which consisted of a key lime mimosa, which ended up being my favorite one. And then they also had a tropical mimosa with like guava, and then a blood orange mimosa, which was a little kind of over the top. So if you're going to that booth, just get the key lime mimosa, full stop. It's the best.
Just call it red orange. Why put blood in there?
Yeah, well, blood orange, it's a thing.
I know
it's a
it's a thing, but
yeah.
Come on, it's time to change that.
Okay. Well, I do have to mention one dessert that I tried.
All right.
And that would be at the Chocolate Studio. So my parents and I hit up the Chocolate Studio and pretty much got everything. And my favorite there was the Liquid Nitro Chocolate Almond Truffle with Whiskey Caramel.
You didn't bring one of those back for me?
You know what? You have to eat it in the moment because they pour like that nitro stuff that makes it super cold onto it like right away, and you have to eat it right away. And what it does, it makes the chocolate like, I want to say melt in your mouth, but it like over melts in your mouth and everywhere and like permeates your whole face. And it's amazing.
How did I miss this?
Because you didn't go that day. Remember, you were editing. You were editing.
I was taking one for the team?
Yeah.
When I could have had one of these?
You were having fun editing.
I was having a lot of fun
You
in the
were.
air conditioning apartment editing. That's my kind of vacation.
That's what you were doing.
And you're out
yes.
getting drunk and having a chocolate party in your mouth.
That's what it is. The liquid nitro chocolate almond truffle is a chocolate party in your mouth. Wow, we're using that at the front end of the show.
We are. Yeah, we are.
Wow. Okay, so, John, we're doing our job because John says, wow, all of this sounds so good. I'm so hungry now.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry now, too.
I know.
All right, you know what? Let's stay over at Epcot.
Okay.
And go visit the very last show of Illuminations.
Woo! Yes. So
This was a show that started on September 30th, 1999.
yes. And it's called Illuminations, Reflections of Earth. I believe it was only supposed to last like a year or 16 months.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It began October 1st, 1999, but the last show was on September 30th, 2019. So it's one day shy of 20 years.
Yeah.
It's like when you fire someone at a company because they're one day away from their pension or benefits. You gotta let them go. So I'm not sure what the deal was with that.
Well, they wanted to start the new show on October 1st, apparently.
Why not do October 2nd?
Well, because October 1st is Epcot's actual anniversary. So I think that's why. Yeah.
Right.
That's all I think. But
okay.
but let's tell everyone, so Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, it's a mix of fireworks and some waterworks and a giant globe that has projections and floats across the Epcot Lake. It's a globe of the world.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then?
So let's talk about the night and this show. So Richard, this was your first viewing of this, right?
First and luckily the last.
Oh.
What is going on with this? Everyone was so excited for this, and we met up with the Hunt family, and they were very excited for this. And
Tati Perez was there.
Tati Perez, and I was very excited. By the end, I thought, that's the pre-show, right?
Oh,
but when's the real show coming?
It's the full show.
Why? Why did this last more than a night?
Well, okay, so what's interesting about it is I think the fireworks they do are really awesome. But the thing is, everything at Walt Disney World is bigger. So this lake that they have this show on is gigantic. And you have all the countries around the world surrounding it. So you can stand in any country and kind of watch. In fact, we were in the Japan Courtyard Pavilion. And that pavilion was packed with people. Because you got a pretty good view of the show. And the thing about it is, it's such a huge lake that this little globe is like such a tiny proportion of the lake. It's like, I'm trying to give a good example.
So if you were at, let's say, an Olympic-sized swimming pool,
yes,
and you put a marble in the middle, and said, "There you go."
Well, it's
Isn't
not
that fun?
quite that small.
No, it was small.
It was a beach ball. How about a beach ball in the middle of an Olympic
I'll go
pool?
with we'll keep it Epcot themed. We'll go with a golf ball.
No, it's a beach ball. Come on.
Yeah.
But still,
not to these eyes.
Like, we couldn't see the projections that were projected on each continent of the globe. I think if you were closer to the front of the park, you might have saw that better. But yeah, so the fireworks were very impressive, though. But the thing about it is they had some really exciting music at the beginning, and then a good portion of the show, there's no projections, there's no water, it's just the globe floating across the lake with projections on the continents that you couldn't see and some soft music. And you're like, oh, okay, this okay, are we going to start the fireworks again?
Well, and I'm thinking that this globe, this golf ball, is going to make it around the whole lake so everyone could see it.
Yes.
It made it to about a third and said, "No, we're done," and headed back.
Yeah.
So we couldn't really tell what was being projected on this golf ball.
Mm-hmm. Now, we do actually have the footage of this from
go and watch it. It's really fun.
Yeah, right. On YouTube, so you can see what we're talking about. What a ringing endorsement.
Yeah.
And yeah, John, we watched it from the Japan. And but I mean, it does have a lot of nostalgia for people. Like, there's people who have been proposed to during it, and I know there's a lot of good stories, like people who grew up with this show. It's very nostalgic too, and we saw a lot of them there. So we don't want to take anything away from you, and it's great that you guys feel that nostalgia for it. but I know for us, we're kind of happy that there's a new show coming.
Very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's called Watching White Noise on a Monitor. A black and white monitor.
Yeah. So right now, Illuminations has been replaced by an interim show called Epcot Forever, and then a new spectacular show called Harmonious will debut around May of 2020, and this will celebrate how the music of Disney inspires people around the world with familiar Disney tunes that are reinterpreted by artists around the world. So world artists, which I think is a really good idea. Like, I know people are kind of upset sometimes that IPs are being brought into Epcot.
Bring them on.
Yes, but I really think it'll help with the familiarity. I mean, you hear tunes that you're nostalgic for, and, you know, the waterworks start coming.
All right, please don't tell me they're going to be set on these floating rafts.
Well,
So if you're not at the right place at the right time, you're going to miss everything. Please tell me that's not going to happen.
I don't know how it will work, but according to the Disney Parks blog, this new show, Harmonious, will feature floating sets.
All right, I'm out.
No, but sets. So not just one, but hopefully a bunch that you can see from different areas.
It's like Phantasmic.
Right. It'll feature these floating sets, some LED panels, some fountains, lights, pyrotechnics, lasers, and more. Now,
You should have led with lasers.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm excited about that.
We're in.
Now, the one thing they don't mention is fireworks. So,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm
we're
sure.
done.
Oh, pyrotechnics, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that
that's fireworks.
Okay.
But
okay.
yeah, I think we're done with fireworks, though.
But it
we
was
see
so
them
good.
Yeah, it was so good, but we see them so many other places around Disney.
Well,
If
they're
they ask
gonna
me,
need fireworks.
Rich, do you want fireworks in the show? I was like, no, we're good. We're good.
And I say bring them on.
Okay, good. So we'll have maybe a firecracker.
But one of the things we learned about this new show at the D23 Expo, and we even got a musical preview, and Pinar Toprock, the composer for Captain Marvel, came on stage. She she created the score for this new Harmonious show. So I'm excited. She came and we heard the music and it was awesome. So I'm very excited for Pinar Toprock and yeah, I can't wait to see this show. Yeah. Richard, let's schedule a vacation with Small World Vacations.
We shall.
Let's do it now.
Do we have to go back to Florida in May?
You know what? We'll go like February. How's that sound?
February, yes. We will call Small World Vacations at smallworldvacations.com and book our trip. And guess what? We can get a quote, and their service is all free.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
I like it.
Yeah. There you go. Bam. All right. Now, what do you say we move on over to our next subject with the Skyliner?
Woohoo! Now the Skyliner is a gondola system that was just opened while we were there.
And closed a week later.
Well, it was open on September 29th, which was my mom's birthday, which is pretty cool. And when it works, it's a fantastic way to travel between certain resorts, the Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. So it links Riviera Resort, which is new, the Art of Animation, Pop Century, and Caribbean Beach Resort.
Now, unfortunately, a week after it opened, and people are making this out to be a bigger thing than it is, but it's not. The gondolas didn't crash into each other like we've been seeing online, but when the gondolas do slow down to let you off, sometimes it can come in a little hot, and one of them came in too hot and bumped another one.
Right.
So right then, Disney was on top of it and said, okay, if this happened once, it may happen again, shut it down. Which they did, all credit to the Disney Safety Department. However, I'm not sure why they didn't let those people who are hovering above the rivers of America or wherever river that was, let them off, just bring them down. I guess they were worried that gondola might crash into another one because they were up there for 3 hours.
Yeah, some people.
3 hours, but on the upside, they got the zip line down. They brought the zip lines up and they went right down to safety.
Wow.
That would have been worth it. And I'm sure those people were treated to annual passes for their kids and their kids' kids. So I'm sure they were treated very well. People did go to the hospital, but there was no injuries. Like one of these, we're going to be safer than sorry. And,
okay.
You know, like you get into a small car accident, you got to go to a hospital just if anything else happens later on. You got a neck injury, you can always say, I went to the hospital to have it checked out.
Right.
So they had to do that. other than that, it was really fun.
Yeah, luckily when we rode it, it didn't break down.
Mm-mm.
And it was a really fantastic, fast way between Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
Oh my god! Instead of taking a plane, a train, and an automobile,
On a bus.
we took a gondola, and we were there within minutes.
Yeah, it was like within 10 to 15 minutes, I would say. So what you have to do is from Hollywood Studios, you take one gondola to a hub, which has 3 different ways you can choose. And you just take the way to Epcot, and you take this gondola system, which brings you to a resort stop, but you don't get off. And then you spin around and you go even further on another gondola area. And then you get to this pivot point where the whole gondola just goes whoop, and it turns. And then you're on your way to Epcot to the International Gateway of Epcot, which is great because then when you enter on that side of Epcot, you're right into the World Showcase.
Now, John Zonkanara, YouTuber, SkyTuber, John Zonkanara asks a really good question. How warm was it up there? That's a great
Okay.
question because we were all told there was no air conditioning in these things.
Right.
So you're trapped in a little metal box with windows.
Glass box. Yeah.
Yeah. But they have these vents, so as you're traveling, cool air comes right in.
Right, and the vents are kind of above you, but they're vented in such a way that as it's moving, the air is like shunted down to you.
It's not the warm air. I don't know what they're doing, but
Yeah.
cold air is
Well-
constantly coming down on you.
You're up higher.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, right, and the heat. Oh, well, the heat should rise.
Yeah, so
But
yeah,
I don't know what kind of technology, what kind
Yeah.
of witchcraft is included in this Skyliner, but you do stay very comfortable in there.
Yeah, if it's moving.
Yeah.
If it stops, you don't get that
And
air.
that's the thing with those people who are trapped up there.
Yeah.
So now they're thinking about putting in air conditioning
Yeah, because luckily they were trapped at night, so it
Yeah,
wasn't
oh.
so hot.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh,
during the
yeah.
day. Guys, just jump. You'll land right in water. Just jump.
Ew, yeah. So yeah, it worked out.
And let's say that each of these gondolas had a special wrap around them with
Yes,
characters.
yes.
And there were a couple with Star Wars characters, so we were trying to pace ourselves in line to when the gondolas were coming. Like, okay, the next one should be Peter Pan, Beauty and the Beast, Buzz Lightyear, and then Star Wars. Like, oh, we're not gonna be in place for the Star Wars gondola. So we went up there and said, we're gonna wait for the Star Wars gondola. And they said, okay, wait over here. So when you're there, if there's a certain gondola you want to ride, hold out, because they will let you in that one.
Yeah.
We rode the yellow Star Wars gondola, number 241. That'll be our gondola. How many times can I say gondola in one sentence?
A lot, apparently.
I counted 52.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. So when it works, I love the Skyliner, and it's my preferred method of travel, really. But of course,
Yeah, because you're there in 3 minutes
Yeah, it's
rather than
great.
half an hour.
it's so cool. And I would think it would be totally worth staying at one of these connected resorts as well, like the new Disney Riviera Resort or Art of Animation. Like I'm all for that.
And then when you're done, you can get off and go to the gift shop and get little toy gondolas.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, there's that word again. All right, Sarah's going to show you the one that we got.
Yeah.
So they have got, I'm pretty sure, toys of each of the character gondolas. I need another word for gondola. Cart. Gondola is the right word. And we got the Star Wars one. And dang, these are cute. Sarah, you were saying that these are Christmas tree ornaments.
Okay.
These are not Christmas tree ornaments. They're little toys.
Yeah, they had actual Christmas tree ornaments which were bigger, but this is an actual. Hold on.
Sarah's going to show the Sky Tubers.
Close this first, so that I can.
One side has got BB-8s. Like BB-8s
Look at
inside.
that.
And then we twist it around. There's the
The
doors.
door
And then the other side is Chewie and the Porgs.
and the porgs, and then
Chewie
look,
and the Porgs.
and then one side is also
R2 and 3PO.
R2 and 3PO, and this little thing. Now, I believe this merchandise is limited edition, but I'm not sure. But the doors, look, they open.
They're fully functional.
They open, and
Yeah.
it's just like the ride itself. So look, Elsa's taking the
Got
ride.
a little Lego minifigure of Elsa inside there.
Uh-huh.
She's having the time of her life. It's like she's napping. All right, now, Sarah, speaking of toys, let's head over to Disney's Hollywood Studios and visit Toy Story Land.
Woohoo!
Now, does that name sound too generic? Toy Story Land.
What else are you gonna
I
call
know
it?
you're gonna call it the Lands.
What are you gonna call it? Andy's room?
But now, yeah. But now with Galaxy's Edge, and I love the fact that it's not Star Wars Land.
Okay.
And I know the name's already taken, but I would like for this to be called Toy Story Mania.
But that's the ride.
I know it's the ride, but maybe the ride can get a different name. I just think Toy Story Land is too generic for such a fantastic land that is just so much fun to be in.
It's so colorful and pretty.
Yeah, and it's like you're a toy when you walk in, because on one side you have a 2-story Woody, and then on the other side you have a 2-story Buzz, these big statues. So it makes you feel so small, like you're a toy in Andy's toy box, maybe in Andy's backyard. Well, maybe that's what you call it, Andy's backyard, but
it doesn't have the same ring.
No, it doesn't have the pop that Toy Story. You need Toy Story in there.
Absolutely.
And spread throughout the land. There's toys. There's on the actual Toy Story Mania, there's the big Viewmaster reel. Oh, so nostalgic. You see the green army men everywhere, and the railings and the fences are all made of those K'NEX toys.
Yeah, and we even found a Brio bench, which was awesome.
A Brio bench?
Yeah, that bench I made you take a picture on. That was a
the
little
wooden
Brio wood track.
The wood train track you had when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Slot A goes into slot B.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My dad got those, so I took a picture and sent it to my dad. I was like, look what I found.
I didn't know they were called Brios.
Yeah, Brio.
Okay, all right, good deal. Now, Toy Story Land isn't all that big. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but it's kind of like on an arch. You go in one area, you take a couple steps, and you're in Galaxy's Edge.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. But in the little space, in that little area of the park, you get the Slinky Dog coaster.
Woo!
Which is one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on, because it really brings you into Andy's toys, being on Slinky Dog, and get to hear the Slinky noises when you get to see all of Andy's toys spread everywhere. But just the Slinky sound effect just made it. When you're gonna walk into the coaster and you hear the sound effects being pumped in, it's like, I recognize that metallic sound. That's a Slinky!
Yeah.
And that really pulled everything together. Now, Sarah, on our Skywalking Forest episode that we released to the Skywalking Forest a couple days ago, we're talking about Slinkies and if they worked or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta reiterate, my Slinkies never worked.
Oh.
I put it on a step, it would fall down, wouldn't walk down a step. Not like you see in the commercials.
Mine worked for about 4 steps.
Yeah, mine just fell down a step.
But who had rainbow Slinkies? Raise your hands.
Yeah, in my day, in the 70s, we just had metallic.
Aww.
Metallic gray Slinkies that never worked. I want to know how did yours work? Because I couldn't get mine to move more than a step.
I got mine from SeaWorld, and it worked great.
Well,
so,
I'm
I don't
sure
know. Maybe
your father engineered it so it would walk down steps.
Maybe your steps were not the typical, 10 inches, 7 inches up, 10 inches wide, something like that. Maybe they weren't the typical size.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
John agrees that metal ones always worked the best.
Except if I bought them.
Oh.
I would have it go down different kinds of levels. They would even, in the commercial, have it go down a slide. It would just walk down like it was sentient. Mine would just roll to the side.
Well, let's talk about the Slinky Dog coaster, though.
No, I'm working through this whole Slinky catastrophe as a child.
So it's called Slinky Dog Dash. And what's really cool about it is that the queue tells a story. So you're walking in the queue, and all of a sudden you're walking in a cardboard box that's, and you look, and there's instructions that have fallen that you can read from the queue, and the instructions are building this coaster, like a roller coaster, and then you see another box, and it's building Slinky Dog. So as you're walking through the queue, Andy is building the Slinky Dog coaster that you're about to ride, which I thought was just really, really cool storytelling.
This is one of those rides that pulls everything together. It's one of those stories that, like we were saying when we were at Disney last week, that there's stories to a lot of the rides, but someone's got to point it out for you to notice it. But with this, it's right there. That's why it's made for kids. I can read at a kid's level. I can follow those kind of stories. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was great. And then we went on the alien flying saucers with no wait, which was great because this is pretty much a kiddie ride. It's a lot like if you know the Mater's Junkyard Jamboree ride at DCA in Carsland. Like that, it's basically the same ride, only with alien flying saucers as the overlay. So.
Wait, what do these aliens look like? Oh, look at my shirt right now.
Woo!
My new Halloween shirt has got the 3 aliens on it. One dressed as Maleficent, one dressed as Darth Vader, and one dressed as Spider-Man. They're going trick-or-treating. Yeah. There's a subtle plug. Available at TeePublic.
Absolutely.
Through our website. Okay.
So yeah, Alien Flying Saucers was fun. We had no wait because we used the extra magic morning hours, which was awesome. And also it wasn't as hot because the sun wasn't up yet. It was amazing. I think that's why also you liked Toy Story Land a lot.
Yeah. And it's so colorful too. If you're in a bad mood, go to Toy Story Land. It'll bring you right up. There's Buzz meeting you at one end, Woody's over there, Jesse's over there, and
Bo Peep.
Oh yeah, Bo Peep. All right, maybe things will take a dark turn when you see Bo Peep.
She looks kind of creepy.
Yeah, she's got a fiberglass head and just, I don't know, looks kind of weird.
But, okay, so you said Toy Story Land is kind of small, but one of the things we didn't go on is Toy Story Mania, which is a big part of that land.
Because we have it here.
We have it here. So we wanted to go on all the new stuff that we don't get to do. And also, Disney Parks Blog has announced that there will be a new table service restaurant in Toy Story Land that's coming, and it will really help expand this land even more. And it's called the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. There will be a train station and Western Town play sets surrounding your dining experience. And once again, it will be like you're the toy, and these play sets will be like gigantic around you.
I hope it's like what was that barbecue place over at Disneyland that Galaxy's Edge crushed?
That's what I was hoping too. The Big Thunder Mountain Barbecue.
Yeah. Oh, I hope it's like that because that was so good and it was all you can eat.
Oh, it was the best.
So I love me some barbecue and I can't wait for this. Now, is there an opening season for this?
No, there's yet no opening date announced, but they are working on it. It doesn't look like there's a building yet, though.
No, there's just the leveled footprint.
Right. So...
But look how fast Disney builds stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking by next week. Mid-November at the latest.
Hopefully. Yeah, so Skywalkers, I mean, it was so much fun to go to Walt Disney World and check out all this new stuff that we hadn't been able to do. And yeah, we hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope it wets your whistle for going to Walt Disney World. So once again, hit up smallworldvacations.com.
They'll take care of you.
Tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
They will take care of you.
Okay.
Christopher Marino says, Big Thunder Ranch.
Oh, yes. Big Thunder Ranch Barbecue, I think. Yeah. All right. Here we go. So we'll just log in the shout-outs.
So we hope you Skywalkers enjoyed our journey back to Florida and our Skywalking Through Neverland takeover of the East Coast Disney parks. Now, we want to hear your stories as well. What did you think of Toy Story Land and Pandora? We know Christopher Marino loves Pandora. But what did everyone else think? Let us know. You can comment in the show post when the show comes out. You can tweet at us. Just let us know. We want to know what you think and feel.
And maybe we'll read it on the next episode. Okay. I can read this because it's kind of small.
Okay.
So you want to start out with that shout out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout outs. All right, we're going to begin this shout out. We're going to begin these shout outs by shouting out a shout out to our good friend and Skywalker, Joshua Jordan. I'm going to say shout out as many times as I said gondola.
Okay.
Now, Joshua Jordan, he teaches this great class over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's the animation experience. This is when artists teach you how to draw characters. Now, Sarah, we've drawn characters before in the past. And mine has never looked like what it's supposed to be.
Mickey Mouse is hard.
Very hard. However, Joshua taught us how to draw Simba, baby Simba. And I can say this is the first time my drawing looked like what it was supposed to be.
I think so, yeah. Well, I think it helped that the drawing sheets had the lines in it already.
The X and Y axis.
Right.
But Joshua really broke down how you should do things and why you should do things, and maybe equating this a line to something else so you can see the progression in what you're doing. I thought he did a fantastic job in teaching people how to draw and using fun analogies and making the whole thing very, very fun. He's got a very witty banter going on during this, and I asked him, is this something that they had maybe scripted for you? And Joshua said, no, this is all my own. So hey, Josh, A+ on the witty banter there, my friend.
Absolutely, yeah. My mom and I were drawing together. We had a lot of fun drawing Simba. So thank you, Joshua. And you just, it's so nice to see Skywalkers everywhere we go.
All right, now let's go ahead and read this iTunes review.
Yes, we got a new iTunes review from Wilder Klein. And he says, absolutely love your podcast.
Oh, read the headline. And
I'm sorry.
How many stars?
Oh, okay. It's a 5-star review, and it's titled, You Guys Rock. Awesome. So, he goes on to say, absolutely love your podcast. I'm a first-generation Star Wars fan, too. I was 4 years old when Episode 4 came out, and my parents brought me. I don't remember the experience as much because I was so young, but I know I absolutely got hooked on the characters and toys. I was C-3PO one Halloween. This was, of course, the old cheap vinyl outfits with front-only masks.
The Ben Cooper masks and costumes.
Anyhow, I only began listening to a podcast a few years ago with my long commutes and days at work near Boston.
Woohoo, Boston, woohoo!
To help the time pass. I discovered you guys close to a year ago, and I've really enjoyed being connected to Disney and Star Wars through your podcast. I even listened to your My Star Wars Story and loved it. I have a wife who isn't much of a Star Wars fan, but I've enjoyed making it part of my son's life. Last year, we started going to conventions, and we're hooked. I'm definitely an everything Star Wars guy. I love it all. Thanks again for what you do for fandom. Wilder Klein.
Well, thank you, Wilder. That was very nice. It's always so gratifying to see what the show does for other people.
Yeah.
And how they enjoy it.
How they consume it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they take away from it. So, Skywalkers, can't say this enough. We really love to hear and see your reactions, whether it's on iTunes. If you can, put it on iTunes. Because the more iTunes reviews we get, the higher in the ranking we get.
Yeah.
So please go over there and leave us some reviews. We love to see that, and it really makes our day after spending 20 hours at a stretch editing,
Yeah.
and then reading a review like that. It's like it puts an extra bounce in your step.
And makes us want to do the next episode. So yeah, we love hearing all that response.
So in case this was too subtle, please send us in your iTunes reviews. Please. Not gonna tell you what to say or how many stars to leave. Just we want to hear from you. There you go.
Well, that wraps up episode 262 of
Skywalking Through Neverland.
We would like to thank all the Skywalkers who made our Walt Disney World trip special.
And to your parents, Sarah, for hooking us up with that great apartment unit
Yeah.
for our 10th anniversary.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, love you much.
We'd also like to thank all of you Skywalkers for listening each and every week. We'd like to thank all of you SkyTubers.
Like Christopher Marino and John Zancanaro and
Watchful and Harmonious. And yeah.
A lot of others. So thank you for tuning in.
Nick.
Much appreciated.
Yes. We love it. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching our videos also on YouTube and listening to our shows. Now, we'd also like to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations. After this episode, are you thinking of a trip to Disney parks?
We are now.
I know.
Another one.
Yes, you can easily fill out a get a quote form at smallworldvacations.com today just to see, what it would cost. And their vacation planning service is totally free of charge. So check it out and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
After using them, I can't think of a reason why not to use. This is not just like hey, let's praise everyone who sponsors us, but I can't see why not to use
Right.
a travel planning service like this? They do everything for you.
Well, what's cool about it is you can lock in your vacation, and if some special comes along, they will immediately apply it. So that's, they're always checking the new specials and stuff.
And they know the ins and outs of these parks more than you ever could really know. I guess if you were online doing research for years.
Right.
But wow, yeah, I can't wait to use them again. They really take good care of you.
Yes. Now, on Wednesdays, we YouTube. So check our channel every Wednesday for either a new video premiere or a live chat for fun.
And read from our personal diaries.
Right? Or books or anything at all. All month long, in fact, we will be sharing videos of our Walt Disney World trip and Halloween fun like Not Scary Farm. We just went there last night, and you had just gotten the brand new iPhone 11 Pro.
I recorded 15 hours worth of video.
Oh my god, the camera is amazing, you guys. So we're gonna have much, much better footage now for our YouTube channel. We are so excited. We're also heading to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal next week. We're gonna also be taking video of that with the new iPhone 11 Pro. So much fun. I like stealing it from him and taking pictures with the night mode. It's amazing. This phone sees colors and things that you can't see with the naked eye.
And plus, in those haunted mazes,
Yeah.
it's lit up like you got a sun gun.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, so please check out all the rest of the shows on the Skywalking Network,
Skynet.
including the Culture Popcast, Sabers and Spells,
And Talking Apes, which we just put out a brand new episode featuring a discussion with Jeff Bond, who was the creative consultant on the new Planet of the Apes 5 CD soundtrack collection. If you love music, if you love remastering of music, this is definitely one to get.
Woohoo! You can find us all at skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
I'm gonna say this, that 5 CD collection is available at La La Land Records at lalalandrecords.com. If you love very rare and obscure soundtracks, just head over there in about 3 minutes when the show's over.
All right, we want to give a huge thank you for everyone who is part of the Skywalking Force. If you would like more Skywalking Through Neverland in your life, check out skywalkingforce.com and help support our ever-growing Skywalking network. And we just released a new episode on Skywalking Force. Richard and I went over our top 5 favorite things at Walt Disney World Resort this past trip.
Things you didn't hear in this episode.
Exactly. Yeah, more discussion. Oh, and if you'd like to support us in a different way, please share the show with a friend. Or you can head to our website, skywalkingthroughneverland.com, and go to the Support Us tab. There you will find links to Pozu shoes, Oppo suits, or TeePublic. So you can buy these awesome shirts.
Like this Halloween shirt.
Yeah.
Ooh, says the Toy Story aliens.
Yay.
Now, you can also find Skywalking Through Neverland way over there at jedinews.co.uk and Bantha Tracks.
You can also, please, check us out on social media. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter and Instagram. We have our Facebook group, which you can search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland group and request to join. And you can also email us, share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
And once again, can't say this enough, we love to hear and see your reviews, so head over there to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher and let us know what you think.
Now stay tuned for some bloopers and other fun conversations.
And coughing breaks.
Yeah, right after these credits. And always remember...
Go to Pantera.
No. Don't go to there. Go to Disneyland, where Christopher Marino just parked. Nice. All right, Skywalkers.
There you have it. There you go.
Woo!
All right, this show will be coming out in a couple of days now.
Yeah, we're trying to get these shows out on Monday, so I will be editing this week.
Mm-hmm.
Although usually Richard edits, but...
We want to get it on a Monday.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you very much, John Zancanaro, who says great show.
Yay! Bye!
Bye, everyone.
Oops, wrong one.
Time to go to our other...